All right, I'm super excited. I love doing the Happy Entrepreneur Sunday Business Edition. And this edition is for really business owners and speakers and authors and coaches. And we're going to have a real-time conversation around the hypnotic sales approach, which to me is the ultimate. Like if you had said, Shay, what is the ultimate closing technique? I would say understanding the hypnotic sales approach. Let me make sure I can be heard here. Understanding the hypnotic sales approach. Doing the Happy Entrepreneur is Sunday. Probably like one of the fastest ways to ultimate close. There we go. Which is probably the fastest, easiest way to do that. Now, for those folks that are just tuning in, welcome, welcome, welcome. You're in for a treat. Let me just make sure that I can be heard now. Hold on a minute. Share. What did I just do? 1 second. I'm just going to just make sure that I can be heard. Okay. Now, for those folks that are just tuning in, you're at the right place at the right time. Just do me a favor. Just let me know that I can be heard, because sometimes when I get going, I get started and no one can hear a word I'm saying. So I just want to make sure that I can be heard. I always take a moment just to do that. So let me do that here. And what can you expect on this particular episode? Well, you can expect me to really break down the 10 best techniques that you can use from a hypnotic sales approach. That's what you can expect, the 10 top techniques from a hypnotic sales approach. I'm going to go in here right now, and I'm going to make sure that I can be heard. So just give me one moment. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, there we go. I think they're telling me now I'm live. Okay, this is good. All right, good. Now I'm live. So let me just make sure. Okay, then you guys should have everything you need on your side, which I think they do. And let's go and show them what we're going to be talking about. Okay, good. On this episode, as I was just saying, we're going to be talking about the hypnotic sales approach, the 10 sales secrets to generating wealth in your business. And, you know, one of the biggest challenges that I'm seeing facing entrepreneurs today is not so much how do they close the deals, but how do they teach their team how to close the deal. And one of the approaches is called the hypnotic sales approach, because in sales, we have high highs, we have low lows, we have some days we're on, and we have some days we're just not on. I mean, it just doesn't happen. But when you understand these techniques, you will be more powerful. You'll be more persuasive. You have more influence. At the end of the day, you will, I promise you, you will make more money. So welcome aboard, everyone. I'm now double checking just to make sure I'm on, which I can be seen. So let me go ahead and kick off and let everyone know as we like to get started. I always say, it's a great day. For those folks that are tuning in for the first time, my name, by the way, is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur. And I want to welcome you to this very special broadcast tonight, the Hypnotic Sales Approach, 10 Sales Secrets to Creating Generational Wealth. And I want you to imagine for a moment what it would look like in your business if you were able not so much to make the sales yourself, but if you could teach someone else. And you might be wondering, Shay, who is this conversation for? Who should pay attention? Am I at the right place at the right time? What's up, Latoya Miller? What's up, Victoria Cooper? Am I here? Am I at the right place? Well, let me tell you, if a part of your income is tied to being an entrepreneur, then you're at the right place. This is for you if you're a speaker, if you're an author, if you are a coach, if you're an entrepreneur, if you are an expert and people pay you to speak on their stages, or you offer a product or service. Now, one of the recommendations went out, and I know a number of you are sales trainers. Some of you are sales managers. We have a couple of sales VPs on here. This is great train the trainer content. So you can take the content I'm going to be teaching and you can pay it forward and you can teach it to your team. So everyone who's joining on right now, this conversation is for you if you're ready to put more money in your pocket so you can have more meaning in the world. If you're ready to have more income go into your bank account, that means you've had more impact in someone's life. Or if you just want to make a dollar and a difference at the same time, this conversation is for you. So do me a favor, look right below the video. What's up, Eleanor? What's up, Daryl Mack? Look right below the video and write these words down. it's my time. Hashtag ching ching. This is a ching ching conversation. Do me a favor, look right below the video and write it's my time. Hashtag ching ching, because it's my time to be paid more for what I know that I can do. It's my time to serve more people, make a bigger difference in businesses, and still get paid. So I really have two outcomes for our time today. This is a business edition. My number one outcome is to teach you the hypnotic sales approach. And if you're just hearing that for the very first time, then I'm glad you're here. And I'm confident that you'll walk away with one idea that you can use. It's going to make you more powerful, make you more persuasive. You're going to have more influence. You're going to have greater self-esteem, and you'll be able to transfer these skills from you over to your team. And that's my number one outcome. And then my second outcome is that you be able to write your most profitable script. So you're able to take one of these techniques, I'm going to give you 10, and you'll be able to apply them immediately on your very next conversation, on your very next presentation, or for some of you on your next video, for some of you on your next post. You'll be able to take these techniques, that's my second outcome, and be able to use them in an email, on a Facebook post, or maybe just to move people to action. So those are my two outcomes. My first outcome is to make sure this is a good use of your time and you walk away with one idea. My second outcome is to make sure that you can use these techniques. And if that's you as you're listening right now, then I promise you, then this conversation is going to be a good use of your time. I love teaching this. There's sometimes we do raw, and there's sometimes we got to get you to believe in yourself. And there's other training sessions that's all about mindset. And then there's others that directly impacts the bottom line. Jot this down in your notes. Your words can make you rich. If there was one idea, one thought, one concept that I could leave you with right now, it would be just this one idea. Your words can make you rich. So if you get better, Charles Oliver, at what you say, you get better, Mary Mitchell, at what you say, how you say it, when you say it, hey, Renee Starlin, then you're going to have more impact. So some of you are wondering, Shay, I keep hearing hypnotic sales approach. I'm not even sure what that is. Can you take a moment and at least give me the definition so I can write that down? Be happy to do that. Before I do that, someone do me a favor, hit the watch party button or hit the share button right now. Hit the watch party button, hit the share button. And when you pay the message forward, just write these words down. It's your time to be paid in business. Just put it's your time to be paid in business, because this is a business edition. So we got to talk about business. So let me go ahead and answer that question. When you hear the question, what is the hypnotic sales approach? Let me go ahead and share that for you right now. You can jot this definition down in your notes. The hypnotic sales approach technique is a technique for planting a thought, state, process, or experience within the mind of another person's subconscious. Let me say that again. I want you to write this down in your notes. It's for those folks that are just tuning in for the very first time. When you want to know what is it, the hypnotic sales approach is a technique for planting a thought, process, state, or even experience on the other person's mind. This is very, very important. And if you're trying to write it down, you say, Shay, I didn't get a chance to write it down. Don't worry. They'll show it to you how you can write it down. There it is. You can put it right there. The hypnotic sales approach is a technique for planning a thought, state, process, or experience within the mind of the other person. So in short, what we're going to do here is, I'll share with you how you can get all the notes, by the way. But in short, what we're going to do is we're going to take an idea that we have from our mind, plant it on their mind using a very specific technique. And we're going to use these techniques for good. We're not going to use them for evil. We're going to use them for good. We're not going to use them for evil. And we're going to plant it on their mind so the idea becomes their idea. This is very, very important. A number of folks have never been taught this. And I'm so glad you're here in the Happy Entrepreneur Tribe. Welcome all of the new viewers that are just tuning in for the very first time. And welcome back all of our regulars who are constantly here with us every Sunday when we do the business edition or during the weekday, or even on the masterclass. It's really good to have you. You're going to be very excited that you're here right now. Now, let me go ahead and share you the purpose, because this is very important. The purpose of using language patterns is to move your client's mind in the direction you want it to go. Now, here's the key. And I put the key in orange. Go ahead and show it back to them. Put the key in orange because I want you to know this right here. The last 5 words are the most important words on this slide. So go ahead and make sure you jot this down in your notes. The key is without the person feeling, you are manipulating them. So we're not going to use these techniques for evil. We're going to use these techniques for good. So I'm going to share with you, how many did I say? 10. I'm going to share with you 10 techniques, and you'll be able to immediately use these techniques in your very next conversation. You'll be able to use them in an email. Someone sent me a note just yesterday, asked me for a suggestion for an email they had to write. I tried to explain to them a technique that they could use and then put their own language around it, because it wasn't about saying fancy words. It was about being able to communicate the idea, Brenda. Hey, Jeanette. Hey, Yvette. Good to see you. Taking the idea and then putting them on the other person's mind. Okay, Shay, can you give me the formula before you give me the techniques? This is a training session. The answer to the question is yes. We're teaching hypnotic sales approach, and most folks have never learned that. And this is under neuro linguistic sales. So let's go ahead and show it to them, and I'll come back and talk about neuro linguistic sales at another time. I don't want to talk about it right now, but we will get into talk about that in a little bit. All right, so let's just show them a couple of the formulas, because we're going to start with a command verb, which you will learn, an embedded command. You'll learn that in a minute. And then we're going to state a process, an experience, or put them into a state of mind that we want them to go into. And then we're going to have them take the next step. So you got command verbs, put this in your notes, plus the state, process, or experiences you want them to have, plus the commanding tonality, which is how they take action. And then from there, you have the hypnotic sales approach. Now, here are the most important and useful hypnotic approaches you can sprinkle throughout your presentation. I'm going to share those with you in a minute, but I want you first to at least understand the formula. And I'll break the formula down in a minute, and I'll break down the techniques in just a second. And I'm so glad you're here. For all of my entrepreneurs that are here, for all my business owners, do me a favor. Look right below the video. And post your website so you can connect with someone else. So if you have a website or you have a Facebook business page, go ahead and take a moment and post it right below the video. And if you're listening to the podcast, you can't do this. I know if you're on Roku, Apple TV, or Amazon Fire TV, you can't do this. That's okay. But many of you that are over in the Happy Entrepreneurs tribe, you can do this. So look below the video, and I want you to post your website or your Facebook business page so everybody in the community can connect with you and they can learn what you're doing as we go through this process, because this process is going to be very important. Now, when I give you and share these 10 techniques, it's very, very important. What's up, Savella? It's very, very important that you sprinkle hypnotic phrases throughout your sales conversations. Typically, what happens is someone tries to do everything at one time. And that's not what you want to do, by the way, because when you do that, it's going to sound weird. It's kind of like having too many adjectives in a sentence. Can I say it like that? But you can take one technique and just use that. And then once you get used to that one, you can take another technique and you can use that. Because when you are in a conversation and you use these techniques, you will find your conversation will be shorter. You will find they'll be briefer. You will find you'll be more powerful, and you will be more persuasive. And again, for many of you, you're doing all the sales yourself. You don't have your own virtual sales team. And I get it. That's cool. And then others of you, I want you to listen very carefully so you can pay this message forward to someone else. Yeah, no, seriously. This is what I want you to do. I want you to pay this message forward to someone else, like to your team. So this is like trainer content. All right. So let's go ahead and give them the first technique if we can. The first technique is when you. Now, everyone jot this down in your notes. The first technique is when you. And when you presupposes that the person's going to do the thing or experience the state you describe. So it's no longer open to debate or doubt. Now, this is very, very important. Jot this down in your notes. When you. So it's just 2 words. Now, I shared this on another one of the trainings that the most powerful scripts are 1 sentence. Will you marry me? 1 sentence, right? Very 1 sentence. So when you, and then we're going to go ahead and describe what's going to happen. And then after we describe what's going to happen, I'm going to give some examples and you're going to give some examples. So for those that didn't write down a definition, write it down right now. When you presupposes that the person's going to do the thing or experience that you describe is no longer for a debate. Someone put right below the video, put when you. Now I'm going to go ahead and share an example. And then I want you, Anisha. Hey, what's up, Anisha? Miss you. Mary. Hey, Cherie. When you. So the phrase is when you. That's hypnotic phase number 1. When you. And then I'm going to give an example, but I want you to have the definition. And then I want you to post below. And then I'm going to give some real-time feedback. So let me go ahead and role model for you as you're writing this down. When you use the hypnotic sales approach during your sales conversation, your prospect or your client or your customer is really going to get your message and they're going to visualize exactly what you're saying. That's the when you phrase. Let me give you another example. When you have your own virtual sales team, it will free you up to work on your business, to train your team, and to do the things you love to do because you're not wasting time trying to get new prospects. You're not wasting time talking to unqualified people. You're not wasting time qualifying people, and you're not wasting time chasing the money. You're doing what you love. So when you have your own virtual sales team, it frees you up to do the things you want to do. When you. So what I want you to do right now, here's your homework. Here's your assignment. What's up, Deborah Gardner? Here's your assignment. We're just doing the first one. We're doing the first one. The first technique is when you. I want you to write below the video your when you phrase. So when you attend my, Sunday business edition of the Happy Entrepreneur Show, you will walk away with one idea that you can use immediately to increase your sales results. When you listen to the replay of this broadcast, you'll pick up an idea that you didn't hear before. You'll learn a different distinction when you listen to it a second time. Now, I want you right now to write down the when you phrase, because this is very important. I'm not doing this just for me. I'm doing this because I believe in every single one of you. I believe you have the right product. I believe you have the right message. I believe you have a big heart. I believe and you want to make a difference. You want to have more meaning in the world. So Shay, what's my homework assignment? Look right below the video right now and write when you. This is just hypnotic secret number 1. When you ... Now, I shared this with a client. I don't know if you guys ever saw the video, and I was teaching on a whiteboard, and I shared the when you phrase. That was all the time I had. I had like 5 minutes to give one of my best ideas. So I walked to the board. I said, when you. I'm teaching hypnotic sales approach technique. And I said, when you show up for your appointment and I review your financial statements, I will offer you a solution that's going to help you grow your money faster or be able to diversify. Now, the person took that one phrase, when you. The next month, I had a conversation with the person, and they were able to set in their own mind an additional 20 appointments over the course of 30 days as a result of adding the when you phrase just to set an appointment. Now, I'm going to read to some of when you, and I'm doing it for you, not for me. And so other folks know what you do. So Charles Realtor for Life, Nicholas says, when I get ISA, I will free up time to be productive. Well, you want to say when you, not I. So you imagine you're talking to someone else. So you might say, when you move into your brand new home and you have a low interest rate and a mortgage payment you can afford for the house of your dreams, you're going to feel really good. If I'm Deborah Gardner, I might say, when you hire me as your keynote speaker and I show up, I share my stories to help encourage and to motivate your team to be more productive, and I leave and they are more productive, the results show it, you're going to be really glad. You're going to wish you paid me double the amount. When you have me speak on your podcast and I share my story, not only will it move the audience, but it would encourage them to take action. So I'm looking for some when you phrases below because I want you to get this one idea. Now I'm going to give you 10, but how many ideas do you need to change your life right now? 1. And I'm not sure when the last time you've been in a conversation with someone at my level, probably never, because it's never been taught. And you can just benefit. You can sit back right now and benefit. So hit the share button, hit the watch button for me, and just simply say, it's time to grow your business. It's time to grow your revenue. Just put it that. It's time to increase your revenue. Hashtag do it now. All right, I'm going to read a few down here if I can. Latoya Miller, I'm not sure where she's from, but she put, when you listen to all of hashtag Shay Brown shows, you leave happy and a revelation to your business question to help you become more successful. I like that. Now, I want you to make a commitment right now that you're going to use the when you phrase. Your very next conversation. When you refer someone to the happy entrepreneur, you can rest assured that we're not going to try to sell them and be pushy and aggressive, but we're going to provide value. You can rest at night knowing my first conversation, I'm going to provide value. What's up, Nikki Lee? When you. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next one, but some of you right now, that's all you need right now. 2 words, you can tune out right now. Nicole Brown says, when you take action now and enroll in my course, I will personally walk you through my 4-step program and help you soar. Love it. Cynthia Salma says, when you go through a breakthrough session with me, it will give you the solution from the specific traumatic emotional situation you're in and free you up. Okay, all that's good. This is great. You all are doing wonderful. I mean, we got to get the second part down. We got to get that down, but you've got the first part, which is when you. When you is kind of like an interest-creating remark. I don't have time to get to that. I'm moving too fast. Let's go number 2 because I only have so much time. And this is a business session, so I've got to teach. But thank you all for joining. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for sharing this message forward. Thank you for hitting the watch party. Thank all of you. I really appreciate every single one of you as entrepreneurs. You're all amazing. You're all incredible. And I appreciate you. Let's go to Hypnotic secret number 2. We got 10, but I can stop at number 1. I think I might have just gave the best one. They didn't get better, by the way. When you is like 2 sentences. It's like 2 words, but it will change your, when you use the when you phrase, it will change your energy. It will change your mindset, and it will help the other person see that you know where they're coming from, that you know that they know where you're coming from. It's really incredible. Okay, I gotta go to number 2. I gotta go number 2. Okay, let's move on. All right. What would it be like if ? Go ahead and jot that down. What would it be like if is a command for the person to imagine the condition or occurrence named or described after it. What would it be like if? Go ahead and jot that down in your notes. What would it be like if? Let's just imagine for a moment. What would it be like if you were at lunch with your client and your cell phone buzzes and it's payment notification because your sales team had just closed a deal and your labor was not involved. What would it be like if you were on vacation? You were in Cabo San Lucas. I was just there. Beautiful place, by the way. And you're on the island. There is no internet. You're relaxing. You're enjoying time with the one you love the most, the one you want to be with, whomever that is. And you come back to the boat and you sign in and your team, what would it be like if you hit the button and your virtual sales team closed 5 deals and your labor was never there? Somebody holler at your boy. What would it be like if? Now, it's a command for the person to imagine the condition. Oh, we spelled that wrong. The condition or occurrence named or described after it. Someone look below the video and write those words. What would it be like if you took 20 minutes of your time? You met with me on a one-on-one session. I shared with you how you could write the most powerful script of your life, or I shared with you what to say on your webinar, or I shared with you what to say on your conference call, or I shared with you exactly what to say to be more powerful on your Facebook Live. And at the end of that Facebook Live, at the end of that webinar, at the end of that presentation, what would it be like if people were purchasing your product and services because it worked for them and it felt good? Someone write it down. Let me know. Someone go ahead and write it down. Look right below the video and put, what would it be like if ... And I want you to imagine you're talking to your prospect. I want you to imagine you're talking to me and you're sharing with me, what would it be like? I'll share another one because these are, you got when you. Now you got number 2. What would it be like if there was an extra $20,000? It's going into your bank account month after month after month, over and beyond whatever it is you're earning today. There's an extra $20,000 going into your bank account. What would it be like if you had that $20,000? How would you feel? What bills would you pay off? How would your life be different? I want you to know, as you learn the hypnotic sales approach, it will change your bank account. Charles said, what would it be like if I help you find your family's dream home within your budget at the lowest interest rate possible with the minimum down payment? Now, those are a little advanced, Charles, but you can add that on there to sweeten the pot. What's up, Joanne Rogers? Now, I'm encouraging, as I'm going through this, for you not just to be intellectually stimulated. I'm going to encourage every single one of you to participate by looking below the video and writing the statements down from your business view, because as I'm reading it, all the other entrepreneurs are reading it. All the other folks who are watching this broadcast are reading it. And those that will see the replay, these notes often go viral, or these videos often go viral, and it's going to go viral with it. And so let's include what you're doing below. It's not just for me. This is for you as well. Now I'm going to share with you hypnotic secret number 3. And I love sharing these because I know what it'll do for you. And when you use this, you're going to feel good. Hypnotic secret number 3 is a person can. A person can. By talking about a person, it deflects any resistance on the part of the person, since you really aren't talking about him or her. You're talking in the third person. Hypnotic number 3, a person can. So a person can learn these hypnotic sales techniques. A person could really use these in a conversation and be authentic. Use their own signature selling style, which is how you sell based on your own DNA, based on your own experience, based on your own expertise. There's 7 unique signature selling styles. We teach those. That's a topic for another time. But a person can use these techniques within their signature selling style. It doesn't matter who the buyer profile is. We teach buyer profiles. There's 10 buyer profiles. And get the person to move into action. Very, very important. I want you right now, when you look at this, I want you to be thinking about a person can what in your business. I'm looking at Jacqueline Fulton, and she put, what would it be like? What would help you go on your dream vacation and create memories of a lifetime? You needed, what would it be like if I helped you go on your dream vacation, spent the least amount of money, and created memories that you would know the rest of your life? That would be pretty good. Cynthia would be like, what would it be like if you were with your loved ones, spending some time with them without worrying if you did well or they need to impress them? How would you feel? Okay, that's pretty good. I'll come back and tighten a couple of those up. But so right now, let me get back to number 3. We're on number 3, right? Okay, a person can. Okay, so a person can talks about a person and it deflects any resistance because we're talking about the situation in the third party. So a person can go from bankruptcy to having a bankroll of money in the bank. A person can go from having 0 clients to building their business when they improve their selling skills. I know that selling will solve any business problem. So a person can solve any business problem they have once they build their selling skills or build the selling skills of their virtual sales team. A person can never make one sale in their business because they have a sales team and still grow their business month over month over month, year after year. A person can do that once they implement the hypnotic sales approach. So Kathy Anderson, who's watching right now, and Brenda, so many other folks, I want you to look below the video and put a person can what. Now, I'm going to give you a minute. I think we have the notes. Did we do the notes for these folks? I think we did. We did? Okay, good. So if we have the notes, which we have the notes here, I'll show you how you can get all the notes. We've written the notes. We've done a lot of, got a whole booklet over there that they'll get you guys. There's no cost. It's my gift to you. For every single one of you that we meet with, you'll get the book. You'll be able to go through it. And then I'm personally going to help you write your most profitable hypnotic phrase that you can use in your business to drive people to action. That's my gift to you. For those folks that are wondering how to do that, like, yep, Che, I get it. You're only 3 techniques in. You've got 6, 7 more to go, but I'm feeling this, Che. I'm feeling it. I'm there with you. Well, let me tell you what you can do. You can text the word sales makeover. Now, even if you've done it before, you can do that right now. Text the word sales makeover. So you can open up your browser, your Facebook Messenger. Type in the number 202-270-1662. Text the word sales makeover. Now, when you text the word sales makeover, we'll schedule a one-on-one customized meeting. No credit card needed. No cash app needed. Nope. None of that's required and or needed. And you'll get the notes and at least one customized idea that you can use. So when you leave from that meeting, you will have a customized idea that will help you in your business right away. And what would it be like if you came, spent 20 minutes, got the notes, got the one customized idea, your most profitable script is written, and on your very next presentation, the call is briefer, it's more powerful. Maybe the person buys, maybe they don't. They might not have been qualified. We don't know. But what we do know is that this is duplicatable. You can share this with your team. So I'm going to give you one opportunity for those folks that are watching right now. Text the word sales makeover if it's time for you to generate revenue in your business. It's time for you to have the right words, and you want to use the hypnotic sales approach as one of the strategies in your business. Many of you know that I teach the 4S formula, which has been very, very important and helpful over the years for us. And for those folks that are just hearing the 4S formula, the 4S formula for success is very simple. And it's just my belief that I'm going to get going. It's S plus S plus S equals, I'm doing this real time, S. Go ahead and jot this down in your notes. S plus S plus S equals S. So systems plus strategy, STR, plus strategy plus sales equals successful CEO. Now, what is a success? What's the formula, Shay? The 4S formula is our signature formula that's helped so many of our clients, right? And don't worry, if you were to use this formula that I'm about to tell you right now, and you implement it in your business, my promise to you is that you will see an increase in your revenue and a reduction in your labor. Let me say that again. An increase in your revenue and a reduction in your labor. Shay, can you give me the 1-minute version or 2-minute version real quick? Because I'm just hearing your signature formula. This is your methodology that has helped sustain the business for 15 years. Here it is. Jot this in your notes. Systems plus strategy plus sales equals successful CEO. Everyone jot that down. You know, systems plus strategy plus sales equals a successful CEO. Systems is a repeatable process. Systems are duplicatable. Systems are repeatable. Systems solve problems. Systems transfer what you're doing over to someone else so you don't have to do it. McDonald's is a classic example. We all know the Ray Kroc story. There was hamburgers and French fries and Coca-Cola. It was around since the beginning of time. Ray Kroc comes along and says, let me implement a system so we can process the hamburgers and the French fries and the Coca-Cola, and then we'll take this and we'll duplicatable. McDonald's was built. My question is, what's your traffic system? What's your marketing system? What is your system for your sales team? What system is your virtual sales team using right now? I don't know, but many of you, it all comes down to systems. I'm giving you a hypnotic sales approach. It's just another system. And I believe the systems beat goals every time. Put that down in your notes. Systems beat goals every time. Think about Uber. Uber would just be another taxi cab service if it didn't have a system. The system is you need to go from point A to point B. So what do? You punch in Uber. You punch in where you're going. The app software shows you where you're going, matches the driver. You come together. You get in the car. You know who they are. And you follow the driver with you to your system. I don't want to get to that. I'm really big on systems. Systems beat goals every time. Systems over ideas. Okay, I'll go real quick. Systems plus a strategy. We believe in the evergreen revenue model. The strategy is what you're using to implement the system. So our strategy is another signature piece. This is our own methodology. It's the evergreen revenue model. How do you do something one time and it duplicates itself? Think of the Apple model. And it just goes in a circle. I don't have time to get into that right now, but that's number 2. And then the third S is sales. Sales is when you solve a problem that provides you with revenue to purchase the resources you need, the new website, the resources you need, the assistant that you want to work with, the resources you need, the coach you want to hire, the resources you need, the consulting firm, the technology, be able to leave your 9 to 5. The reason folks can't really get their business off the ground is they have no revenue, so they can't purchase any resources. So systems plus a strategy plus sales. And if you can't focus on your sales, you can't be in business. I'm just here to tell you, it's not a good thing or a bad thing. I wasn't going to get on this tangent. It just is what it is. So that equals a successful CEO. A successful CEO. You might be saying, Shay, wait a minute. You're saying successful CEO. What is a successful CEO? Okay, a successful CEO. Okay, everyone write this affirmation now. This is the affirmation. I am a successful, let me tell you what a successful CEO. A successful CEO has more cash flow That means money's coming into the business. They have more profits. That means that they spend less than they make. I mean, they spend less than they make. So they have more money coming in than going out, profitable. And successful CEOs have freedom to spend time with their loved ones and do the things they want to do. So how do you know when you're a successful CEO? You got positive cash flow coming in. Point. Check that box. You have profits coming in. You're spending less going out than coming in. Great. And you have freedom to do what you want to do, when you want to do it, how you want to do it. So yeah, that's a successful CEO. I can be a happy entrepreneur and I can be broke. I can still be happy. I don't need no money to be happy. But that's not the business you got into. I am a happy CEO entrepreneur. I have no problem being that. But I got happier when I became a successful CEO. I ran a business enterprise that has cash flow, that is profitable. And at the end of the day, hear me, holler at your boy, you have freedom. Everyone jot this down right below the notes. And I got to get going. I had to get back because I got to do the training. I got to finish. We're only on point number 3, but I had to stop. Everyone write this down. I am a successful CEO. Why? Because systems beat goals every time. Someone do me a favor. Look right below the video. Look right below the video. Look, there we go. Look right below the video and write those words. I am a successful CEO. Systems beat goals every single time. Hashtag, I don't know, happy entrepreneur. Happy entrepreneur. I don't know. What's the happy entrepreneur show? Here, how's that? I can't even spell entrepreneur right now. N-E-U-R show. There you go. I am a successful CEO. Systems beat goals every time. For everyone that does that, I'm going to do something special for you. Now, many have already texted the word sales makeover. You're going to get the notes. I get it. You're going to get that one-on-one. I get it. If you haven't, you want to do that. Now, let's get back to where we are. But right now, look right below the video and put, I am a successful CEO because systems beat goals every single time. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to give you a system in the time that we have. I wish I had so much more time, but I don't. So what I want to do is I want to do just a quick recap, and then we've got to move on because I got 7 more to go, and I'm going to go pretty fast. But for the early birds, for the people who got here, I wanted to make sure I broke this thing down for you in a way that you could understand it, in a way that worked for you. Bridget Carter, you are a successful CEO. Jacqueline, you are a successful CEO. Cynthia, when someone writes that I am a successful CEO, hit the like button, hit the heart button, encourage them and say, yes, you are. Yes, you are. It's not about us. We're in this together. We're in this together. We're happy CEOs. But okay, they tell me I got to move on. I'm on a rampage right now, but I'm feeling right now that I'm not the only successful CEO in the house. I'm feeling there's some other folks that are just like me. And when you learn these techniques, yeah, it's going to happen. And I want you to imagine what it's going to be like. Yeah, when you are that successful CEO. Okay, so quick recap. What is the hypnotic sales approach? We talked about that earlier. It's planning a technique or thought or idea on the mind of another person's subconscious. But you do it in a way that does not manipulate them. So they do not feel like they are manipulated. That's the key. That's the key point. So it's part of a regular conversation that you're having. And then we talked about the hypnotic sales approach, command verbs, and then we state the process or experiences. And then there's a command after that. We shared that earlier. And you're going to sprinkle the hypnotic phrases. That's what I'm teaching you now throughout your sales conversations. Now, when you write those words, I am a successful CEO, and when you read systems beat goals every time, then it's going to be top of mind to you. And when it's top of mind to you, you're more likely to execute. You're more likely to follow through. You're more likely to do the things that you know that you need to do in your business. So hypnotic phrase number 1 was when you ... So when you make a decision that you're going to learn these techniques, you will make more money. You will spend less time talking to people. So when you presuppose that the person's going to do or experience what you just described. Some of you are doing this naturally, and that's cool because you just naturally do it. Some of you are like, man, I was doing it and didn't even know it. Gee, Denise. Well, I'm glad you showed up. Part of life is showing up. Brenda, you are a successful CEO. Mark, you are a successful CEO. Nicole Brown Hurston, hey, Nicole, I know who's on here. You are a successful CEO. Kathy, you are as well. Hypnotic sales approach number 2. What would it be like if ... Some of you wrote that down, like right below the video. Some of you put down, what would it be like if? You put that down already, because that's a command. A command, it's not an embedded command. I'll teach those later. But it's a command for the person to imagine the condition or occurrence named or described after it. So when you tune in on the Sunday Business Edition, we talk business, and you will walk away with one idea that you can use. When you leave the Sunday Business Edition, you will feel empowered and have techniques that you can use immediately. Selling is a learned skill. Selling is a learned skill. Selling is a learned skill. Just like you learned how to cook eggs and bacon, just like you learned how to tie your shoe, just like you learned how to ride a bicycle, just like you learned how to drive a car. You can learn these techniques. So when you learn these techniques, it's going to happen for you, because a person can learn these techniques and then implement these techniques and then teach these techniques to someone else. Someone know what I just did. I just did the what? A person can phrase. Holla at your boy. That was one of the ones we taught a little bit earlier. A person can is one of the techniques that you can use. Y'all remember that one? We only got to 3 of them, by the way. But a person can talks about a person doing something and it deflects. So you're talking about the person in the third party. Let me give you technique number 4. Hypnotic secret number 4. I'm so glad you're here. I don't know anywhere else on the planet. If you would say, Shay, where can I go to learn this? Shay, where can I go to teach this? If you were to ask me, where could you go to learn what I'm teaching now? I wouldn't know where to send you, because it doesn't exist. It might be in a $10,000 or $15,000 mastermind. And over the course of 18 months, they may teach a technique here and a technique there and a technique there, but maybe not embed it all like I'm doing right now. I remember when I spent $15,000 and I was in Las Vegas with my mentor, and it wasn't packaged this way. And I so wish it was. So if you were to take one of these techniques that I'm teaching and just use one technique on your next conversation, it's going to be better for you. It's going to be better for your prospect. It's even better as I'm talking to you now. So let me give you the next one. And this is very important. If you were to ... Now, I want all of you to use this phrase right below, just like I did the last 3. I want you to type below the video, because this is for you. Right in the comment section. If you were to blank, by saying it directs the person to imagine a condition, feeling, or situation you are describing. There it is right there. I guess I couldn't have said any better myself. Oh my gosh. But I like this right here, because if you were to show up at my closed conference and you were to hear the presentation of Trevor Otts and how to create a movement, you will walk out empowered to build your own tribe, to build your own community, to build your own disciples. If you were to show up at my closed conference and be in a seminar with Justin Burns, you would be empowered to create your own mastermind group and your own software to deliver your content to people where they are. What's up, Michelle? What's up, Kathy? What's up, Toy Parker in the house? What's up, Toy? It's been so long. Welcome back. Welcome back. It's good to connect with all of you out there right now. So I want you to look right below the video and write this down. If you were to ... And I want you to put a phrase that relates to your business. I want you to write something down that's unique for you. So people, as they're watching, they're imagining that if you were to listen to my podcast in the interview I did with Dr. George C. Frazier, Fireside Chats, you would understand why he has the passion to teach people how to network because of what it's done for him and what it's done for his business. If you were to hear that podcast message, I could have said something different. If you were to show up on the Happy Entrepreneur Show at 11 p.m. at night and you listen throughout the interview and you heard the person talk about leadership and being a leader for one, you would be empowered to understand that you can always get better because successful people, they all have one common belief. If you were directs them. So you take a moment, you write below the video, if you were to blank with you, what would that look like? Let me give technique number 5 because we only have so much time. Again, it's 2 words. Remember 2 words earlier? We had the first 2 words, like when you. Now I'm giving you different ways of saying the same thing because it all depends on your signature selling style. There are 7 unique signature selling styles. Some of you are going to get that. Some of you understand your signature selling style. Some of you have never taken the assessment, but your signature selling style is how you sell based on your experience, based on your expertise, and based on your DNA. And there's 7 different unique signature selling styles. And so these techniques work with all the signature selling styles. Some of you are the intuitive signature selling style. You sell based on intuition. You sell based on how you're going to move them to action because you're in the moment, trusting your instincts. You never even write anything down. You don't even look them up. You just go with it. And that's fine. Some of you have the scientist signature selling style. You sell back based on facts and data. That's how you move people to action. You got to know that you know that you know that you know before you actually share it. That's fine. Some of you use the rock star signature selling style. And for these words, it just changes the tonality of how you say it. The rock star signature selling style, that's how Tony Robbins sells. Eric Thomas. They're going to be I can do it, you can do it. Follow me, look at what I'm doing. And everything I'm doing, you can do because I'm telling you exactly what I'm doing. That works for some folks. And that might be your signature selling style. I don't know. For those folks that text in the World Sales Makeover, I want to make sure we understand your signature selling style. Some of you sell based on a heart-centered selling style. And you're like me. There has to be emotional connection. You sell from the heart. Last one I'll mention in the time I have is some of you might sell like Trevor Otts. Trevor Otts sells on the professor signature selling style. If you ever talk to Trevor Otts, he has to first teach you something first. Then after he's taught you what he wants you to learn, then he says, I can do it for you. Professor signature selling style. They must teach you. So these all go with whatever. I don't think I mentioned 5. I didn't even mention all 7. I don't have time. But I want to get into the next one, which is as you. As you. This phrase assumes the person will do the behavior you describe. So earlier, I mentioned that some of you could text in because some of you wanted someone to write your signature selling for you. Some of you wanted someone to work directly with you. Some of you wanted to get all the notes. So if I was doing that right now, I would say, as you are opening up your browser right now, the messenger on your phone, which I would be doing right now if I was you, as you are doing that and you're typing in 202-270-1662 because you missed it earlier, and as you are writing the word sales makeover, I would do that, by the way, and you're including your first name and your last name and your best contact number because you want to get the notes, but you want to customize this for you. As you are doing that, you know that you're taking a step in the right direction to improve the quality of your life by enhancing your business skills. And sales will solve any problem. Again, some of you, you're doing all the selling. That's fine. But some of you, this is trainer content. You're giving this to your team or you're teaching this to someone else. And I'm encouraging you, if you didn't text in earlier, I'm going to encourage you to go ahead and text that in right now. Like, go ahead and text the word sales makeover to 202-270-1662. As you're doing that, my promise to you is that I'm going to personally call you. My promise to you is that I will personally meet with you. That's the promise as you're doing that. We just role model as you. As you. I mean, I don't know if it gets any easier than that. I like what Cynthia put down. Cynthia said, if you were to be in my program, you will be empowered mentally and healed from your past emotional trauma. I mean, it's very simple. Nicole said, if you were to work with me, you will walk away with tools you can immediately implement to transform your life. Very simple, powerful sentences. The best phrases are just one sentence long. Let's give them Hypnotic secret number 6. We're only at number 6. I got to move up pretty fast, by the way. We're having a lot of fun, but this is good. This will help you. This will empower you. It's not necessary to. Now, this is 5 words, so it's a little deeper. It's not necessary reduces resistance since they really do not have to do it, even though they will. So it's not necessary to text in to get the rest of the information. It's not necessary to do that. It's not necessary to take notes and write below and get my feedback or have other people read what you're doing because someone may know someone who could use your products or services. That's not mean you would do it, right? It's not for me. I mean, I'm going to give you feedback, but it's for everybody else. You want to connect with other people. So it's not necessary. I love it. It's not necessary. Reduces resistance since they really do not have to do it, even though they will. Oh, got a typo. Gee, there's a lot of typos today. Even though they will. Hey, Tanisha Simpson, good to see you. Sanaa in the house. I am a successful CEO. I believe you, by the way. I believe you. It's not necessary to write, I am a successful CEO, and put in parentheses, systems be goals every single time. I think we had it down there. Yeah, it's not necessary to write that affirmation. But if it was me and I was waking up in the morning and I needed an affirmation to add to what I'm saying, and I'm writing in my journal, the first thing I'm writing, what's up, Dolores? The first thing I'm writing is, I am a successful CEO. Systems be goals every single time. And I am a successful CEO because I generate cash flow. I have profits and I got the freedom to do all the things I want to do in my business. Yeah, I want you to be a happy entrepreneur, but you can be a happy entrepreneur and be broke. You can be a happy entrepreneur and work for someone else. You can be a happy entrepreneur and not have freedom. You can be a happy entrepreneur and not have profits. You can be a happy entrepreneur and owe the IRS. You can be a happy entrepreneur and do a whole lot of things and still have joy in the inside. But no. It's time for you to go to another level. It's time for you to go to another level. Now, it's not necessary for you to be a successful CEO. Holla at your boy. It's not necessary for you to be a successful CEO, Kalima. It's not necessary. But I tell you what, cash flow, profits, and freedom go a long way. I just use it's not necessary. Right. Oh, you guys they're moving me ahead. Hey, I didn't get to do my okay, it doesn't matter. Hypnotic secret number 7. That's the clue, guys. That's the clue that I'm talking too much. By the way, I was going to give you guys a really good example. By the way, but go ahead. That's fine. Hypnotic secret number 7. You really shouldn't. I like this one. This is one of my favorite ones. I mean, this one goes a long way. Like it really goes a long way. You really shouldn't. And you really shouldn't says it's kind of like a takeaway, right? It's a takeaway that allows them to understand that you really shouldn't. It's not like you're trying to get them to do anything. It's like you're kind of saying, you know what? So I'm drinking some water. I've shared everything I needed to share with you guys, but you really shouldn't do this. So you really shouldn't text the word sales makeover if you're not willing to do the work. You really shouldn't tune in to the Happy Entrepreneur Show if you're not looking for resources that's going to help you in your business. You really shouldn't tune in on the Sunday Business Edition if I'm not the right person to deliver this type of content to you. You really shouldn't. You really shouldn't make any notes below if you want to connect with other people. See, you really shouldn't is a great phrase. My colleagues would call it the takeaway phrase. But you're not taking anything away from them. Not here. Here, you're just making the point. And what I want to tell you is you might find. So It could go like this. You really shouldn't tune into the Sunday business edition, or you really shouldn't text the word sales makeover if you're not really to go to another level. You might just find that when you show up and you have your most profitable script written and a customized idea that works for you, it changes your life. You might just find having a virtual sales team do all of your selling for you, and you never have to worry about it, because if you don't want to sell or you hate selling, the best thing you can do is hire someone who does. Someone who's already been trained in the techniques that I'm teaching right now. A team that's sitting there ready for hit the on button. You might find that's the missing piece. You got marketing dialed in. That's one part of the combination. You've got this social media dialed in. That's another part of the combination. You understand technology and branding. That's another part of the combination. That's only 3. It takes 4. The 4th one is sales. And you're like, Shay, I don't have sales dialed in. That's why I don't have the resources. You might just find. So you really shouldn't pay attention if that's what you're looking for. You really shouldn't. So I'm not trying to get them to do anything. That's the point I tried to make with you. So I just used Hypnotic secret number 8. And the reason I use Hypnotic secret number 8 is because I knew that as you were listening, you might be wondering to yourself, you know what, Shay? I heard you might find. And this is called leading language at the advanced level. Leading language is when you lead the person where you want to go. So if I'm at the Janet Jackson concert, and I love Janet Jackson, I'm a Janet Jackson fanatic, right? And she yells, control. Now I'm all grown up, right? Or I'm at the Prince concert, who's no longer with us. Oh my gosh, Prince is no longer with us. But he used to get up there and say, purple. And you would say, rain. Purple. Rain. Yeah. It's where you leave off the punchline. So you might find when I said that, some of you tuned in. That's called an interest creating remark. It's something that grabs your subconscious mind. You said, wait a minute. I've been in this training. He just led what you might find. I wonder what's coming after that. And I love the you might find phrase because it allows us to open them up. It allows us to step back. It allows us to continue the conversation. Now, you don't need all these phrases in one conversation. You don't need them all. You don't. You might only need 1, 2, and you can repeat it, and it's okay. Some of you are repeating the same thing anyway, so it doesn't really matter. This diversifies your conversation. You might find implies they're going to experience what you describe as something that just happens. Now, I worked hard to get these to you guys. I wanted to get something to you for the Sunday Business Edition. I wanted to get something in a way that you could understand it. I wanted to get something that wasn't just motivational and rah. I wanted to put something in front of me that makes sense to you. You might find implies they're going to experience what you describe as something that just happened. You might just find on our one-on-one session that the power has just been right there. It's a little uncomfortable, but it's within your grasp. You could literally just reach out. You could reach out. It's that close to you. You could grab it. And you might find this is the missing link to what you've been looking for. This is your year. I believe that. You might find this is your month. I believe that as well. But you might also find that this is the one conversation that helps shift where you are to where you're going. If you're getting some value this evening, if you're getting at least one idea, look right below the video. Look right below the video and just write these words. This is some good stuff. Hashtag, it's my time. Just look right below the video. Look right below the video. Hit the watch button. Hit the share button. And just write this. This is some good stuff. Hashtag, it's my time. Yeah. It's your time. It's your time. It's your time. It indeed is your time. And I believe every single one of you. All right, we're coming up on number 9. For those folks that haven't yet, that there's still an opportunity that if you want to get a one-on-one conversation, you can open up your browser to your phone and you can text the word sales makeover. You would put that right in the comment section. So when you put that in the comment section, then you go to the top. And as you are writing 202-270-1662, you're putting that in the text part, right there. Once you do that, put your first name, include your last name so we know who you are. I'll send you the notes. And I will also make sure that you schedule a one-on-one time with me. If I can't do it, but I promise I'm going to do it for as many of you as I can, then one of my certified revenue coaches, and we're going to walk you through this. We're going to help you write yours and get it done. This is all you need for you and your team. And I believe, if I remember correctly, we pulled the notes up. Didn't we have the notes for them somewhere? We didn't? I thought we had notes for them. Oh, we do. Okay. They'll find the notes, but I think we had the notes. Oh, we do. Okay. The notes for you as well. Some of you want to get the notes. It's in a PDF format so you can get the notes and do everything that you need to do as well. That'll make it easy for you to kind of go back and you can teach other folks. And I know how important that is for a number of you that are watching, that are listening. That's really, really important, and I get it. So I'm all in. Okay, I'm all in. You can count me in on that. Let's give them the last two as we're going through this. Hypnotic secret number 9, to the point where. Now, to the point where connects one thing your prospect is experiencing with the next thing you want them to experience. Connects one thing your prospect is experiencing to where you want them to experience. So the hypnotic sales approach will take you from struggling from what to say in your emails, what to say in your sales from your phone conversations, what to say on your videos, to exactly what you want to say, when you want to say it, and how you want to say it. So you go from winging it to the point where you know exactly what you're saying. You go from shooting from the hip, the lip, trying to be continuously, spontaneously brilliant off the top of your head, to the point where you know the exact technique and you're listening for the response and the verbiage and the tonality based on the buyer's profile. So this isn't, again, used for evil. It's not used for manipulation. It's not used for persuasion. It's not used for influence. It's used to have a conversation with someone to get your point across on how you solve a problem. And one of my beliefs is people will pay you today if you help them solve a problem today. We're all in the problem solving business. To the point where we now have a team that's doing this for us because we implement a system that is repeatable, of a system that's duplicatable. And we understand as successful CEOs, the systems be goals every time. A goal is always in the future. A goal is something you're trying to get to. The system is what you're doing every single day to get to your goal. The reason a number of folks have a hard time leaving their 9 to 5 is there's no system for them to step into, or there's no system and stepping them into in order for them to be able to really hire the team that they need. And success is a team sport. Let's give number 10 if we can. Let's give number 10. Number 10 is my favorite. Number 10, let me invite you to notice. Let me invite you. So I'd like to invite you to blank, blank, blank. Let me invite you to notice. Now, invite you to notice has a pleasant connotation of it being voluntary and polite. So I'd like to share an invitation on what it looks like the work was over the next step. I'd like to invite you to notice how we solve this problem for a number of our clients. Let me invite you. So again, you don't have to do all this. Remember, there's a virtual sales team waiting for you right now. You ain't got to do all this. But I want to invite you to notice how when you use the hypnotic sales approach, and I teach over 30 different styles, but this is just one in the time I have. But I want you to invite you to notice that the language is conversational. The language is in your own way, your own tonality. It's all about you. So I want you to invite you to notice that. And some of you, just those words alone feel good. It feels good. So let me ask you a question. How surprised would you be when you get a positive response from a person that doesn't buy? How surprised are you going to be when a person asks, how do you work? How surprised would you be when the person says, how much? There is a leading language, and this is bonus number 11. That it's a phrase called, how surprised would you be to ... I want to make this plain. I want to make this simple. You're solving a problem. You're helping them get better. So how surprised would you be to? Now, this right here, this right here is right on the money. How surprised would you be implies that the event you describe is certainly going to happen. How surprised would you be when they say, do you have any more spots available? How surprised would you be when they say, how soon can I get started? How surprised would you be? If you're talking to the person, you might say, how surprised would you be when you put the keys into that home? The deed is in your name. The mortgage payment is less than you expected. The interest rate is lower than anyone could anticipate it. And in addition to that, you're able to get there with no money down. How surprised would you be when you go to your bank account and there's an extra $20,000 in your bank account over and beyond what you would have normally gotten because you improved your selling skills and you brought on a virtual sales team? Oh, you did all the sales yourself. We just finished working with a client, and this within the last 30 days. As a result of our team working with them and using the techniques I'm sharing with you here, that person experienced in one weekend, and we made the calls, we qualified, we spoke to the person, we set the appointment up, but they still did their part. They got to service it, but 7 deals completed. 6 of them paid in full, only 1 financed at the price point of $6,997, a $42,000 weekend. Those aren't always the results. But how surprised would you be if you looked up and there was money going in your bank account that you didn't have to work for? That would feel pretty good, wouldn't it? For some of you out there listening, you don't have to be surprised. For some of you out there, it is time for you to get a sales makeover. Some of you out there, you've already texted in. You went and you texted in already. You said, Shay, I already texted in. I'm there. I'm all in. You can count me in, Shay. No worries. I got you, Shay. I'm already in. You ain't got to worry about me. I'm already in, Shay. No worry. You text the word sales makeover to 202-270-1662. Include your first name, include your last name, and include your best contact number. Make sure you get the notes, because when you get the notes, you're going to be happy. Make sure you have a one-on-one session, because when you get your script written, you're going to be happy. And what would it be like if you got it written in the words you needed and you had it for the rest of your life? There's a lifetime benefit of you coming to just that one meeting. And you embrace the idea that I am a successful CEO, because systems beat goals every single time. I have more cash flow, more profits, and I have the freedom to do what I want to do. Yeah. When you show up for that meeting, you're going to be surprised. It's going to happen. Some of you can do that. If you haven't texted in, you can do it right now. When's the best time to do it? Now. Is now o'clock time for you. And then there's a group of you out there that are watching and you're listening, and you just want to write your most profitable sales script yourself. And there's a website, 4-Minute Sales Makeover. I'm doing a 3-part video set. Doesn't cost you anything. There's no cost. It's my gift to you. And you can head over there now to 4minutesalesmakeover.com. Again, 4minutesalesmakeover.com. Someone do me a favor, look right below the video and write that down, 4minutesalesmakeover.com. And when you get there, follow the instructions. Because when you arrive on the website, it's going to have some very specific instructions. And I'm going to invite you to notice where it says join now. Hit the button, enroll now. Hit the button, sign me up now. I'm going to invite you to do that. And you might find when you watch the first video, you might find when you listen to the first video, you might find the one golden nugget is waiting for you right there. Because how many ideas do you need to change your life? Let me help you out. One good idea implemented is better than 1,000 ideas you know right now. And I'm showing up to give you just that one idea. So I want to take a moment and just acknowledge you. As you're going over to 4-Minute Sales Makeover right now, you're there. Some of you, you're listening and you're like, Shay, this is exactly what I need. Let me share a quick message with you, and then I'm going to close out strong. We'll be back in just a moment. Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur. And if you're like a number of my clients right now, where you are sick and tired of talking to unqualified people who don't want to do business with you, or you're tired of tracking down people and trying to convince them and persuade them to do business with you, and you're just wasting your time, or you're just totally frustrated, and it's time for you to increase your sales, then we are the sales team that you've been looking for. You see, the number one challenge facing entrepreneurs today is either lost leads. That means they met someone opted on their page, someone signed up on their webinar, someone said they were interested, and no one could follow up with them, no one could track them down, and you had to do it all yourself. Or you spend a lot of time talking to someone, you spend a lot of time sending them information, only to find out they were unqualified. You're like, I'm sick of talking to unqualified people. So if you don't want to sell, or you hate to sell because you want to do something else with your time, something else with your labor, like spend it with those that you love the most, or doing something entirely different, then I want you to pay close attention. I want you to text this number, because we're going to partner with you in 2 ways. First, we're going to look at doing a complete sales makeover for you. Okay, that's number one. And then number two, we're going to set all the qualified appointments you need without your labor, so you can make sure things get done. And or we're going to have a dedicated sales team to go out and actually make the sale, get the credit card, get the contract, and bring it out. We are the sales team that you've been looking for. So it's just time for you to do a sales makeover. It's time for you to look at your whole sales process and have a structure, a system, a sequence, so you can be scalable and you can really generate those sales. Here's what I want you to do for your sales makeover. Text the word makeover. Do it right now. Open up your phone right now. Text the word makeover, one word, makeover, to 202-999-3515. Let me get that to you again. Text the word makeover so you can look at your business to 202-999-3515, and just follow the instructions. So all you gotta do is follow the instructions, and let's make over your business. My name is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur. Make it a great day, everyone, and we're gonna make some good things happen. We connect again next time. God bless. And I wish you success. So if those folks that are out there tuning in, man, thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks for being part of the Happy Entrepreneur Show, the business edition. I want you to know that you're amazing. I want you to know that you're incredible. I want you to know that you've got greatness inside you. And I want you to know for you, the best is still yet to come. The best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. With that being said, my name is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur. Make it a great day, everyone, and we'll make some good things happen. We connect again next time. Look right below the video as we close out. Look below the video and write these words. Today is my January 1st. It's going to happen. Today is my January 1st. I'm ready for a new start. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. God bless, and I wish every single one of you success. Peace. made to my mom. I only did this message for one person, and that's my mom. This is for you, Mom. Love you. My name is Shay Brown, the happy entrepreneur. Make it a great day, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Shay Brown.
Mic check, mic check.
All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
Yes. Yeah.
And they stay there, and they stay there, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win.
Yeah.
Thank you. God bless.